Hey everybody, welcome back to Creekside Homestead, Alaska. It's that time of year. It's wood cutting time. Getting firewood, cutting it, splitting it, stacking it. It's a big part of my job out here on the homestead. We heat full time with wood, as we've talked about before. I do take every opportunity I can to get the wood for free or trade. In this case, local business needed an area cleared for a parking lot that they're putting in, and made them an offer. They accepted it. In addition to what they're going to pay me, I get all my wood for free. So next year, or a year from this winter, we'll be again heating our home for free. That's what we strive to do. Heating oil is expensive out here, so it would cost thousands to heat the place with heating oil. There's no natural gas. We don't even want to talk about electric. But you can see behind me, I've gathered quite a bit of wood so far. Looking to get about 6 or 7 cord. Just to be safe. We burn it anywhere from 5 to 7 cord a year, depending on how harsh the winter is. This past winter had been weird, so I can't sit here and say it was an easy winter or a harsh winter. It was sort of a mix of both. We had some cold snaps, then we had some warm snaps. But anyway, figured I'd bring everybody along and show you what we do on a typical year to gather firewood for the year. Again, this is about, I'd say total of about 5 cord that I have behind me, and over here on the side, I'll show you that in a second. So we've got a really good start on the season. It is April, mid-April right now. So a big part of what I do is, usually May, beginning of June is when we're working on firewood. I try not to let it go past that too much because the garden takes up a big part of our time. So try to get it done before June if we can. This year we had a special opportunity because we had very little snow, so gathering the wood was a little bit easier. I say easier, sooner. We were able to get to it sooner this year. So going to kind of show you all the little phases of gathering wood this year, from dropping the trees on the lot to loading the logs to unloading the logs, bucking them up to have it done yet, and splitting and stacking. What do they say? Firewood, heating with firewood heats you 3 times. When you cut it, when you stack it, when you burn it, I don't know, something like that. It seems to me like it heats you a lot more often than that. But we don't get logs in this form. We get it in tree form and cut them and limb them. The worst part of the whole process is the limbing and cleaning up the slag and all that. This part I love. Taking the logs, putting them on the bucking station, bucking them, splitting them, stacking them. It's like therapy, but it also makes you feel pretty good about yourself. You're doing it all, doing it yourself. It's a high degree of satisfaction in that. So anyway, I'll show you a little bit of what we do. Okay, so this is the bucking station. This is where I'll buck up the logs into 16 to 18 inch sections, and then I'll show you from there where they go. But I just put this cover up here. It'll be nice to stay dry this spring while I'm cutting wood. Make you a little bit more efficient. Anyway, I'll show you the rest of it. All right, this is the bucking station. I got a couple logs up here already. These bigger logs are sort of a pain in the butt because they are so heavy. Even when you cut them down into 16, 18-inch lengths. They tend to be pretty dang heavy to handle. But all I have to do is go from here to here. This is the splitter. I'll move it over here a little bit when I'm ready to split wood, but carry it from the bucking station. Basically, the idea is to be able to turn around and not have to bend your back. I'm not exactly a spring chicken. I'm over here, old man doing young man things, but does keep you healthy, I guess. And it hurts, but anyway, I enjoy it. I really enjoy this part of it. So split it, stack it. This is the wood we'll be using this coming winter. This has been drying for about a year, a little over a year, I guess. Hey, I'll show you what I deal with. River. Somebody wants attention, so she's gonna get it. Drop it. Don't you tell me no. Drop it. River. Hey, hey, River. Sit. Sit. River. Hey, sit. Sit. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Now, you know that that's not good. Double. Yeah, I think I'm right. Right. Oh, yeah, that was nasty. All right, so we're going to try. Go now. That was actually kind of I wonder if we can Almost limbed it on the way out. Hey, just set it aside. We'll pull you up in a little bit. Just set it over there.
That's all good, man. All good. I'm on the trailer. There's plenty over here.
I don't think there is.
Let's be honest.
Should use the tractor.
I know there's one more back there.
It is. I'm trying to avoid it. I can't wait to get that grapple back here.
Alright. I think I can drag this little guy out there.
Alright. Choke it way back there. Nice trees too. Whoops, wrong one.
0. Can appreciate the big week.
Show you guys one of the best tools that I have bought for a little homestead, and that is this Land Pride. I think it's Land Pride, is it? Maybe not. Anyway, this grapple, it's perfect size for our little tractor. The little Kubota 2601. Pretty small tractor, but it is it's quite capable for its size. But yeah, the grapple, it's got it's basically it's a brush grapple, I guess, but I use it for everything. Heck, we use it to dig stumps. Works really good for that. It's very tough. Got the 2 hydraulic cylinders on it. The tractor, our loader, is good for about 960 pounds at the pin. And it'll lift every bit of that. But then it'll bypass anything higher than that. It won't let you, basically won't let you lift more than you should with this size tractor. This log's so big, I have to get it centered with the grapple, if it'll even lift it. We shall see. Come on, baby. Yeah, that's about all she's got. That log is close to 1,000 pounds. We cut these trees before the leaves came in. So basically it's before they drew up all the water, so they're actually lighter than they would be if we didn't wait. Every year I try to get the birch at least before they take in the water and make their sap and the leaves and such. But you can see the trees are already budding, so it won't be long. I don't know if you can see that or not. Won't be long, and these suckers, or these trees will be sucking up water, and it'll be twice the weight, and it takes longer for them to season. Moving over here, got a couple of the big boys loaded up on the bucking station. My bucking station isn't exactly industrial grade, so I don't want to put too much weight on it, but it'll handle a full load of wood if they're not that big. Then this will be, obviously this will all be for not this coming winter, but the following winter. I've already got wood put away for this coming winter. So we season it for a year. Make sure it's good and dry and seasoned and ready to burn. you'll hear all kinds of theories or experiences. People will say, you know, you have to season birch for 2 years, et cetera, et cetera. I'm here to tell you, my experience, you don't need to. A year is plenty. It's always below 18% moisture when I'm burning it. I clean my own chimney, so I know how much creosote or how little is in it, and it's always fairly clean. So I know we're doing it right because I'm involved in every part of the process. Well, a year, that's all it takes. Hey everybody, just got finished splitting a bunch of beetle kill spruce. This is from a tree that fell during the last windstorm, fell in the road. Went out there and got it, cut it up, brought it home. Like I said, it was already dead when it fell, so it was ready to burn as soon as I got it home. Anyway, we use this mostly for shoulder seasons. Start a fire in the morning. It'll heat the wood stove up, heat the house up. You don't have to touch it again, maybe in the evening. And that's usually when the temperature's above freezing. So, 32 to, 50, just to knock that chill off. But anyway, our shoulder seasons tend to be a little long, so we do keep quite a bit. We haven't needed as much this year so far. As far as this goes, we've been burning birch still. Still only doing 2 fires a day right now because it's above freezing during the day. At night, still getting in the low 20s. So we do an overnight burn with birch because this will not last overnight. Just cutting some kindling. I like to cut a lot of the spruce short. If I notice a length of spruce that has no knots in it, then I'll cut it short because it makes it really good kindling, real easy to split, nice and short, so it'll go north south in the wood stove real good to help make a log cabin when you're starting a fire. Just makes it easier. But yeah, so I'll cut a lot of pieces short just for that reason. And then I'll just pick out all the pieces that have no knots and use the little our little kindling cracker here. It's a no-name brand from the Jungle website. I think it was $40 and it came with a little hammer. And it works great. It keeps the sharp bits away from your fingers, so you don't have to worry about cutting your fingers off. But anyway, I'm gonna cut some of this up, and just wanted to bring you along for a little bit of it and show you how this little guy works. And I'll leave a link down in the deal in case you want to get one for yourself. I can tell you that I very much recommend it. Just makes cutting kindling so much faster. We do heat full time in our house. Our primary source of heat, I guess you could say, is a wood stove. We do have a Toyo in there too, so if we're not home, we don't have to stress it. We do go in the shoulder season. We need a lot of kindling because we're starting fires every day, twice a day. So I do cut a lot of this stuff short to make kindling with. I enjoy heating with wood. I know some people probably think that's odd, but it's, I don't know if you want to call it therapeutic, but it's a chore around here that I enjoy doing. I do a lot of wood processing for obvious reasons. I mean, we heat 2 buildings with wood, so I do a lot of wood processing, but again, I enjoy it. But I'm going to split the rest of this up into kindling, and I'll catch up with y'all later. welcome back. Getting ready to buck up and split some of these logs. A couple of these pretty big ones, so they're gonna be a little bit of a pain. Can't really move them on the table either, so my predetermined slots aren't gonna really work for me. But what I did do on the saw, I made 2 marks, one's 16, one's 18 inches, and the end of the bar is about 20 inches. Our wood stove takes up to 20-inch logs. I don't like to make them that long, makes them easier to stack if they're a little shorter. But I also, I'll show you this, on the splitter, that's 16, 18, and 20 inches from the end, just in case I don't want to necessarily split a chunk of wood that's gonna be too long. I'd rather cut it before I put it on the splitter. So anyway, we'll get started and see how far we get today. All right, well, that was one log. She was a big girl. This next one, there's no slouch either. So that's the process from going out, getting trees, skidding the logs, loading, unloading, bucking, splitting, making kindling. That's pretty much all there is to it. Like I said, I really enjoy this part. You can lose yourself out here for hours just bucking and splitting. Like I said, it's kind of like therapy. Plus, I don't know if you can hear it from where you are, but I got the creek over here. Every time I stop, I can hear the creek flowing. So yeah, this is what I do. This big part of my early spring. Karen pretty much leaves me alone during this time. She knows, you know, this is all got to get done, and too many interruptions, and it won't get done. Main thing is trying to get it done and get it stacked, split and stacked, so it can start drying, curing, and then, you know, like I said, we let it go a year anyway, but I like to get it just right. It burns good, burns a long time, keeps you warm. Anyhow, I appreciate y'all. If you stayed this long, I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.